Hey, this is Josh and Liz from Peanuts or Pretzels Travel, coming to you today from the famous Mekong River in beautiful Laos, Southeast Asia.
In this episode, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about traveling through Laos.
There's no need to worry, we're all travelers here. And there's no need to hurry, we're all headed for the same place. Hold on to your story, we're all travelers here. We're all travelers.
So we've spent a month traveling around Laos, and our itinerary included 3 of the main tourist cities, Vientiane, Vang Vieng, and Luang.
Our journey started in Bangkok. We took the overnight train from Bangkok to Vientiane. Liz, what did you like about Vientiane?
What I liked about Vientiane was that it is a small capital city. So small, in fact, you don't even need any kind of public transportation. Even though they do have buses you can easily get around on foot or just renting a bicycle or a motorbike. So it was really convenient to get to everything.
I liked all the different Wats. There were so many beautiful Wats, beautifully decorated on the inside, very unique, and the things we haven't seen before, with the many different colors and just the vibrant colors all inside the Wats. So that was really cool. What did you not like about Vientiane?
I did not like how hot it was. We actually traveled here at the beginning of May, which is the hottest and driest time of year. It's great because it's low season and you can get better prices and there's not as many crowds, but I felt like every time we went outside, we were just melting and getting fried. So air conditioning is a must-have in your accommodations, which is actually hard to find and you're gonna have to pay more for it. So Josh, what did you not like about Vientiane?
I didn't like the Buddha Park. It's a very popular tourist destination for Vientiane, but I didn't realize how far outside the city it is, and you have to either, one, take a bike, rent a bike to get out there, or take a bus, public transportation. Another thing, I felt like it was very underwhelming. It wasn't really what I was expecting or what I was hoping by looking at all the pictures on Pinterest and things. Plus, you had to pay for everything. You had to pay to bring in your camera. You had to pay to park. You had to pay to go in. You had to pay to go to the bathroom. You paid for everything. So we actually skipped that. We went on the outside, and we were still able to get some really good shots of it without having to nickel and dime everything we did there. Liz, what do you know now that you didn't know before about Vientiane?
I know now just how awesome the Riverside Promenade is, and we actually spent multiple evenings just hanging out on the promenade. There's a night market there and a lot of restaurants, but if you want, you can just go sit on the edge of the river, grab something to eat or drink, and just hang out. We ended up watching the sunset and staying long after sunset, just relaxing and talking. It was one of the most peaceful, awesome experiences, and it didn't really cost us anything.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I didn't realize. Well, I didn't realize how small of a city it actually is, and the promenade. The promenade was really cool. The night market, which is really cool also. I like to kind of browse through night markets and stuff, so that was a really cool one to go browse through. So yeah, Vientiane, I think that a lot of people overlook Vientiane. Either they go on and stay for maybe a day and then go on to Luang Prabang or go to Vang Vieng. We enjoyed it. We actually think that, you should extend your stay in Vientiane if you can and enjoy the night promenade as much as you can, because it is one of the coolest ones we've seen.
And honestly, one of my recommendations for travelers to Laos, especially if Vientiane is your first city on your itinerary, staying there for a couple days is a great way to get to know the Lao people, because as you go to some of these other tourist cities like Luang Prabang, everything is very, very touristy, and I think Vientiane is one of the most authentic towns that you can experience. So the next stop on our itinerary in Laos was Vang Vieng. Vang Vieng is only about 3 or 4 hours from Vientiane north, and you can take a variety of public transportation to get there. You could book your own minivan or bus. So Josh, what did you like about Vang Vieng?
What did I not like about Vang Vieng? I loved everything about it, to be honest with you. There are a few things, but the main thing for me that sticks out is the outdoor scenery. I mean, the sunsets were just amazing. If you're a photographer, you're gonna have fun, because the sunsets on the river and with the mountain backdrop, I get chills thinking about it. It's amazing. All the different sunsets and the clouds, it's beautiful. The scenery is amazing. Liz, what did you like about it?
I'm with you. I actually love the outdoor scenery. I loved how beautiful and majestic it was. And there were so many outdoor activities. So if you're an outdoorsy person who loves adventure and being outside, you're gonna love Vang Vieng. It reminded us a lot of Guilin, China, and even a little bit of Railay Beach, Thailand, because of all the karst mountains that you could go rock climbing on. But you also have the rivers for tubing, Blue Lagoon for swimming, caving, and biking, kayaking. I mean, there's just endless opportunities.
It's an outdoors paradise for sure.
Yeah, so we loved it. We loved it. So Josh, what did you not like about Vang Vieng?
I didn't really like how the backpackers treated Vang Vieng. It deserves a lot more respect than a lot of people are showing it. The Lao culture is very conservative, and so when people walk around in bikinis, shoeless, shirtless, you know, it's really kind of seen as disrespectful to the Lao culture. There are signs posted up everywhere to show respect about the Lao culture, and a lot of people just don't follow. And so that was one thing that I felt kind of disappointed with as far as travelers and tourists go. Respect the culture, respect where you're at, and it will respect you back.
Yeah.
What did you not like about it?
I didn't like the fact that it's represented as a party town, and I know that a lot of backpackers and people would disagree with this because they all think that Vang Vieng is a party town. And while it does have some party history to it, to me, Vang Vieng is a nature's paradise and an outdoor wonderland. And I don't think that it should be marketed and represented as a backpacker town. And it's not going to be in the future, honestly. It's transitioning quickly from that party town to more of an upmarket travel destination. And I think that that's great. I think that the money's going to help go back to the local people more. And it's going to be a much more authentic experience for some people traveling there, so that it doesn't seem like a dive bar.
What do you know now that you didn't know before going to Vang Vieng?
Now I know just how much there is to do there, and I think that when we initially planned to go there, we only planned to spend a few days, and we actually ended up extending our stay to 15 days. And we would have stayed longer because we loved it there. What about you?
I think we were able to stay at some very nice accommodations while in Vang Vieng. I didn't realize there was like really a very luxury side of Vang Vieng, like the hotels like the Riverside Boutique, the Silver Naga. We spent many of times, many of days laying out by the pool. It was very nice, watching the sunset. I didn't realize that that was possible in Vang Vieng. I think a lot of people think that it's just full of hostels and full of bunk beds, but
there's a lot of luxury.
There's a lot of luxury to be had in Vang Vieng, and it's growing too. There's hotels being built, so it's transitioning over to that side of it. All right, next on our journey around Laos, we went from Vang Vieng to the very, very popular Luang Prabang. We went there by bus. Liz, how was that bus ride?
One of the most beautiful bus rides we've ever had up along the top of these mountains, but one of the most winding and car sick rides. That's all I have to say. Bring your Dramamine, it's brutal. All right, moving on. So Josh, what do you like so far about Luang Prabang?
I like the history of it. It is a UNESCO World Heritage City, so that's really cool, and you can see that everywhere you go. You can, especially alongside the river at all the guest houses. The architecture is really cool. We're big fans of hospitality, of course, and hotel design, and you have that here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to walk and see. Hey, Liz, what did you like about Luang Prabang?
I actually liked the Ethnology Museum. It's near the old town, so it's easy to get to. And Laos is a really cool country because it has so many different ethnic groups, like the people living high on the mountains and low in the valleys and stuff. But what's great about this museum is it tells you all about these different ethnicities and some of their cultural traditions, which are quite interesting. Stealing girls from neighboring villages, kind of interesting. If they don't find them in 3 days, they get to keep them. Something interesting like that. Not that that's a good thing, but it's an interesting piece of history to learn. But you also get to see a lot of their arts and crafts and their textiles, which are beautiful, and there are so many different kinds. So we got to learn about them, check out the museum, and we even took an embroidery class, which was really fun. Josh and I sitting there looking out of the mountains, spending a couple hours trying to make our little designs. And then you can purchase the items there, or you could purchase a lot of them at the night market, which we actually really liked. The night market too. So that's what I liked here, all the different arts and crafts. So Josh, what do you not like about being in Luang Prabang?
I didn't like all the nickel and diming for tourists. It felt like we were getting extorted a lot. You had to pay for everything here. if I want to go to a wad, I have to pay for it, even though I don't know if I have to, it's official or not. If I want to go to a cave, somebody set a table out there and said I had to pay for it. Is it official? I don't know. But if I want to go, I got to pay 10,000 kip, and well, I want to go, I'm in Laos. So I didn't really like that part of it. I felt like we were being extorted everywhere we went. It was very disappointing as far as a traveler.
So Josh, what's your overall recommendation and tips for visiting Luang Prabang?
I think for Luang Prabang, plan on spending maybe a day or two at the waterfalls, because you can literally spend all day at the waterfalls. There's several to go to. It depends on what time of the season you're going to. Our most favorite waterfall was, what was our most favorite waterfall?
Quang Si.
Quang Si waterfall.
Yeah. We're here during the dry season, so Quang Si is really the only one that's going right now, and it was so much fun that we went back twice. There's lots of hiking trails. You can go all the way up to the top and just plan on hanging out all day because it's amazing.
Yeah, had a great time. What tips do you have?
One of the main tips that I have is that if you were looking forward to seeing the famous alms ceremony here in Luang Prabang, don't. Basically, we got up super early in the morning and we wanted to see it. We didn't want to participate. We really just wanted to step way back and just kind of experience it from afar. But what we learned is that it's really only taking place for tourists now. We went into the old part of town, which is where people said to go, and everything was set up for tourists. Vendors are there trying to sell you stuff, and it's not very good quality. And it was a very unauthentic, awful experience.
Very unauthentic.
And we felt like the monks didn't want to be there. We've heard stories that the monks don't want to do it anymore because they get sick from the poor food, and it doesn't mean anything because the people handing it out are just tourists. And so the monks don't want to do it, but we've heard stories that they kind of have to keep up appearances and their reputation. It was very disappointing, and honestly, tourists, don't do it.
Cool. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our experience traveling through Laos.
And if you're looking for more detailed information, be sure to check out our complete travel guide page all about Laos. We have lots of posts in there about all the different places that we went, things to do, where to stay, where to eat, information about transportation and how to get around, and even some interactive maps. So be sure to check that out. And if you're planning on making a trip out here, be sure to check out our Plan Your Trip page, where you can actually search a wide variety of different hotel operators, and you can say thank you to us by booking through there and check out some of our itineraries too.
Make sure to follow us on all the social media platforms: Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next journey, okay?
Bye.